perfect way to poach fish. I think it's a little intimidating because if you overcook it, it's going to flake apart. If you undercook it, I mean, you can eat raw fish if you're doing tartare, but you don't really want it, if, you know.
Right.
So the great thing with this is, I mean, and you don't have to use wine, you know, but I've just used a nice Sauvignon Blanc because I believe spring has sprung. I mean, we are spring, you know, we've got this nice spring fricassee. But what I've done is I've just put the wine in here. I've got a few little peppercorns.
The wine is going to add more flavor than water, right?
Totally.
We can all agree to that.
Well, think of it this way. You know, you're going to have water and you're going to have a piece of fish.
Yeah.
Then you're going to add a vegetable stock and it's going to taste a little bit better. Then you're going to have a wine and it's going to taste even better.
Right.
Or you add now fennel, white peppercorns, a little bit of, and you can chop this up if you want, but you don't have to.
Right.
A little dill, a little tarragon. It's going to taste you. Every time you keep doing that, it adds more and more and more.
Layer upon layer.
It doesn't mean throw the kitchen sink in there and it's going to taste amazing. It might get a little too much. But literally what you do is you bring it to the boil. I mean, I'm at a little bit of a simmer right now, and then you just take your beautiful piece of trout, just drop it right in there.
Okay.
And this is as easy as it gets. You know, you want to make sure.
You want to make sure it's covered.
Right. And it just has to cover, right?
Right.
But really and truly, at that point, I would say bring it up like 1 minute, like so you just do it almost like a simmer again, put a lid on it, turn it off.
That's it. So it's on for 1 minute and you take it off.
Because the heat of that, your trout is so delicate, it's so fresh. You know, 3-4 minutes like that, it's going to be ready to go.
Nice.
You know, but you can keep an eye on it, keep checking on it if you want. If you want to cook it a little bit faster, you can, but you just got to make sure that you remove it in time. Okay. But the other thing I want to show you is it's like spring, right? We're all about the asparagus
Look
is
at
here.
this stuff.
So great delicate flavors to go with this.
With our great delicate piece of butter.
Just start with a little bit of butter, just a little bit.
It's so delicate.
But you know, the thing is, I always talk about brown butters and roasting and pan frying. But this is fish, it's delicate.
Right.
So you want delicate flavors.
Okay.
So you want to melt your butter, but you don't want to actually fry this, okay? Same with the shallots. You know, I've kind of got nice little shallots here. I've chopped them small and chunky.
Yeah.
Not big, aggressive flavors. You know,
keep it gentle, keep it light.
And you know me with my shallots, I'll throw just a little bit in there, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Just get that going. And then what I've done is I've taken my asparagus and I've actually blanched it first. Blanching
so once again, it's going to maintain that really nice, vibrant spring green.
Green vegetables, if you can, hot water, boiling, a little bit of salt, just blanch them first, and you're going to get a lot more vibrant flavor.
Okay.
See, now you can hear just a little sizzle going on.
It's very nice.
So then we're going to add a few little mushrooms in there, but not a lot, you know, just a little bit.
Love those.
And I've broken them down, it's nice and small. The asparagus goes in there, you know, and we're just warming this through, you know. Fiddleheads, I can't believe, are in BC already, and they're coming across the country fast. So again, spring is here. And then wild leeks. You know, you can see I've chopped them up and just blanched them. Give it a little onion in there. And then I love this, farro seed.
So let's talk a little bit about those.
Well, it's also known as Elmer.
Okay.
And it's a grain, you know, I get this from out west, but it's got a great nutrition value. It's got a really kind of nutty flavor to it, almost like a hazelnut. I've just cooked that in a little bit of vegetable stock. You can cook chicken stock, apple cider. And it really adds a great crunch to your dish and also a little bit of nutritional value. Is
it a grain? Is it a nut?
Did I just say nutritional value?
You did say that.
That's creepy, man.
I think I heard that.
You know, and there's no bacon anywhere here, but anyway. but you know, the thing is, it's spring. We want to lighten things up, and we want that fish to really stand out.
Okay.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, you know, and you can take something as simple as that and just plate it up, you know.
That looks good.
And I'm just going to present it on a nice board here.
Yeah, it doesn't have to stay very long on the heat.
That's
the
it,
veggies.
right? But then, how do we make this really fresh?
Oh, there's more.
Take some lemon, and I've taken lemon zest, just julienned it up, blanched it.
Nice.
Some nice flowers, edible flowers. I got the wild garlic flowers here.
Did you get those from Frankie, or did you bring those on your own?
I just found them on the side of the road and picked them up. I think they're okay, so.
Perfect.
We always just give it to my dad first. If he starts to look a bit funny, don't eat the flowers. No.
He's your taste tester.
Some radishes and just chopped up, and then this aioli, right?
Go for it.
Now our fish is not quite there, but for beautiful, oh, look at that. Look at it already, though. It's not far off.
No, it isn't.
You know?
So when you're poaching, I mean, you said you can actually keep peeking in. What are you looking for? Do you, you want the color to be...
It's got to have a little bit of a bounce to it.
Okay.
But it's also, you can almost break it apart. Like, you can almost see there. See how I can just break that apart?
Yeah.
That's there. Like, so another minute and you're good. And then this beautiful aioli just off the side. Got this nice creamy dressing, and away you go.
Oh, this aioli on everything.